Belly fat is one of the most frustrating things to deal with. You can drop weight in your face, your arms, even your legs, but that stubborn layer around your midsection just refuses to budge. And it is not because you are lazy or skipping workouts, it is literally just biology. Your genetics determine where fat comes off first and where it hangs on the longest. For most people, the belly is the last place to let go, and there are two solid reasons for that. The fat cells in your abdominal region are more resistant to mobilization than fat cells anywhere else. Think of it like trying to peel off a sticker that has been sitting on glass for years compared to one you just put down. The belly sticker has been there forever. On top of that, blood flow to your midsection is naturally lower than to your arms, shoulders, or face. Fat loss is triggered by hormones traveling through your bloodstream. So when circulation is poor in a particular area, those fat-burning signals take longer to arrive and do less work when they get there. That is why you can start seeing definition in your biceps while your stomach looks the same. Your body is burning fat everywhere simultaneously, but certain areas respond faster because of blood flow and fat cell sensitivity. The belly just happens to be the slowest zone for almost everybody. Now here's something worth understanding before you go do another 100 crunches, hoping to reduce your midsection. Targeted fat loss is a myth. You cannot choose where your body pulls fat from by training that specific muscle. Crunches will not burn belly fat directly. Leg raises will not burn thigh fat. However, and this is important, training your abs absolutely still matters. When you build the actual muscle underneath that fat layer, those muscles start to become visible at higher body fat percentages. So keep training your core, not because it will burn the fat sitting on top of it, but because you are building the structure that will be visible once that fat comes down. Think of it as construction work. So, if you cannot spot reduce what actually works, the answer is a calorie deficit. Every single legitimate method of fat loss works because it creates a calorie deficit in some way. There is no supplement, no wrap, no detox tea, and no secret morning ritual that bypasses this fundamental principle. The problem is not the concept, it is executing it consistently. The first thing you need to figure out is your maintenance calories. That is the number of calories your body needs each day to stay at its current weight. Eat below it, and you lose. To lose fat at a sustainable pace, most people aim for somewhere between 300 and 500 calories below maintenance per day. That is enough to create meaningful fat loss without feeling like you are starving. The challenge is that calculating this number and then tracking what you eat every day feels overwhelming to most people. Weighing food and doing math every meal, most people quit within 2 weeks. This is exactly where a calorie tracking app becomes genuinely useful. When you can photograph your food and get an instant breakdown, the barrier to actually sticking with tracking drops dramatically. Now let us talk about burning more calories. Most people immediately jump to intense cardio. The problem is practical. Intense cardio is hard to sustain and often spikes appetite so aggressively you eat back the calories. The alternative that actually works for long-term fat loss is walking. Walking burns calories without triggering the same appetite response. It does not require recovery time or destroy your joints. The goal should be somewhere between 7,000 and 10,000 steps per day. At that level, you are burning a meaningful number of calories every single day without wrecking your recovery. The best part about walking is that you do not need to carve out dedicated workout time. Park further away, take the stairs instead of the elevator, or walk while you are on the phone. If you are currently sedentary, do not try to jump straight to 10,000 steps tomorrow. Start by adding 2,000 steps to whatever your current baseline is. Do that for a week until it feels normal. When you combine a consistent calorie deficit with daily walking, you have the two most powerful tools available. No extreme restriction, no hours of brutal cardio, just eating slightly less and moving more. The people who lose their belly fat and keep it off are the ones who stopped looking for a shortcut and just stayed in a deficit long enough for the biology to do its work. Stay consistent, and the results will come.